Hey there, Cinemaster fans! Hope you're ready for some movie magic. Let's dive right in. The story began with a girl named Eva. There were boxes for her to pack as she was going on a trip with her friends from school. Her friend Tamara was supposed to join her so they could walk together. After a short while, Tamara arrived and they started chatting excitedly. Their siblings were thrilled about the trip because it was an annual event. Eva told her, "I heard they're planning to take us to the forest to camp." Tamara laughed and said, "Why are you laughing? I've always wanted to go to the forest." The issue was that Tamara was distracted by her phone while walking and accidentally bumped into a classmate, Randall, who was carrying a trash bin. They apologized to him, saying it was unintentional, and then headed to school. At school, the trip supervisor gathered them in front of the bus to collect their phones. Everything seemed fine as they boarded the bus and found their seats. The bus started moving toward the forest, but after a while, the supervisor noticed something was wrong. He woke up the driver and said, "You're going the wrong way." The driver replied, "I took a shortcut to get there faster." But suddenly, blood covered the bus windshield, and the students panicked and started screaming. The driver lost control of the bus, and unfortunately, they had an accident. Most of the students were injured, but the real problem was the thick smoke surrounding the area. They turned on the radio and heard an announcement about a virus spreading throughout the city, urging everyone to reach a safe station immediately. The students were terrified, unsure of what to do. Eva noticed someone outside the bus, banging on the window with bloody hands. The students were all scared and didn't want to let him in. The supervisor tried to calm them down, saying, "Don't worry, he just needs help." But as they opened the door, the man attacked the supervisor, strangling him. The students screamed in horror and tried to escape through the back door. In the chaos, Eva fell inside the bus, and while trying to help her, her friends were grabbed by the man. The students fled the bus, terrified and lost, unsure of where to go. Jack said, "This must be the virus we heard about on the radio. It's better if we leave this place before they attack us." Randall found a house nearby and suggested they hide there. They entered and discovered a man eating a dead horse inside, realizing there might be a zombie, and they saw another building and walked towards it. They found the building with drawings like this, and they expected that it was a studio, but it was deserted and empty like this. This means it was a safe place to hide. Anyway, they entered this place and closed all the doors and explained well to prevent zombies from attacking them. They agreed to divide themselves into two groups, and each group would look for anything that could help them. After this, Randall told Eva that Randall admired her, but she did not express it and gave him the brand. This is because he has a weak personality and the whole school is ugly. They decided to search the house for weapons to defend themselves. While searching, they heard a noise at the door. Eva found her friend running toward the house but wasn't alone. Her friend explained that she was attacked on the bus but managed to escape. Unfortunately, her friend was killed in front of her eyes. The bus driver, infected with the virus, suddenly entered the house, bloodied and seeking revenge. The students ran and locked themselves in a room, only to find strange materials and realize the infected turn into zombies within seconds. A zombie broke in from the back door, and the students tried to escape through the front, but the driver blocked their way. Randall found a hidden door in the wall and broke it open for them to escape. Jack stayed behind to hold off the zombies, but they overpowered him. The others had to leave him behind and escape through the opening. Once safe, they mourned Jack, but Randall reassured them, saying, "Don't worry about me, I'll be fine." The group continued discussing their next steps, determined to survive. And suddenly, the lips that couldn't utter a word from the place they were in, when he tried to reach any one of them to infect them. But Randall planted a wooden stick in his head, smashing his head into his face. He kept attacking until he cornered them. At that moment, the bully started counting the will of the virus, fearing he would transform and his friends would kill him. He told them, "I will climb to the roof to see the number of zombies surrounding us." As he climbed the stairs, symptoms began to appear, and he was about to transform. As he was transforming, suddenly, a zombie attacked him, grabbed him, and tore him apart. They looked at Aiden and found him dead. They were deeply upset about him, and so they lost another one of their group, but they were shocked by what they saw next. They saw Aiden rise strangely and hang from the place. At that moment, Randall got angry at them and said, "If you had closed the doors and acted like decent men, they wouldn't have gotten in." Eva didn't like his words and said, "How long are we going to stay trapped here? We have no food. If we stay here for 3 days, we will all die of hunger." She told them about a plan to go down and get their phones from the bus. Randall told her, "This is nonsense. Anyone who moves is endangering us all." But Eva, stubborn as ever, didn't listen to him and was determined to do what she had in mind. She waited until nightfall to execute her plan. She gathered paint bottles, tied them together, and lit them on fire to distract the zombies. She then climbed down from the house and told her friend she would retrieve the phones from the bus and return. Her friend asked, "Are you crazy? If you go out there, you'll die." But Eva didn't care and didn't listen to him. She was determined to leave and when he couldn't convince her otherwise, he decided to go with her. They reached the bus and found the bag of phones, but to their shock, all the phones were broken. At that moment, she felt despair and realized she might die in this place. Her friend tried to comfort her, saying, "We will get out of here, God willing." Later, they tried to turn on the radio to hear any news. Strangely, they heard the same message they had heard earlier in the morning. Surprised, they found a cassette in the radio playing the recorded message. They realized someone had planned this whole thing. At that moment, her friend injected her with a substance after discovering their plan. He told her, "This is a small dose. It won't harm you." Afterward, she lost consciousness and collapsed. Randall arrived and thanked her friend for stopping her before the plan was exposed. We return back a month and see how Randall conspired with Mike to take revenge on Jack. Jack had always been a bully, constantly mocking them in front of others. Randall and Tamara started implementing their plan, enlisting the help of a thug named Hand. Hand was the first to attack them during the incident. They began their operation from a hidden studio, with the driver also helping them. The driver had joined their plan because the trip supervisor had bullied him as well. The blood at the bus station was part of their setup. Hand, who was involved in drugs, provided them with a strange drug that made people act bizarrely. When Hand attacked them on the bus, he injected them with this drug, causing them to behave like zombies. Eva overheard their plan and understood everything. Hand told them their bullying friends were locked in a cage and the drug's effects would wear off in 5 hours. Indeed, they left the bus and headed to the house, leaving Hand behind on the bus with Eva. Eva tried to crawl out, but Hand saw her and tried to attack her. However, Eva managed to strike him and finish him off. Meanwhile, Randall reached the building. Tamara, worried about Eva, asked him about her. He told her, "Unfortunately, Eva is dead." Afterward, he told his group that the infected must all be locked in the cage and eliminated before they could harm them. He handed out weapons and they headed toward the cage. At that moment, Eva arrived and tried to stop them before they killed their friends. She told them everything she had overheard, revealing Randall's dirty plan. She displayed the small syringe her friend had injected her with. Without hesitation, Tamara struck Randall with a metal rod. Her friend tried to inject Eva with the drug, but she pushed him into the cage with the infected, who began biting him. Randall attempted to kill Eva, but she defended herself. He attacked Tamara, but Aiden intervened and took the blow for her. Eva grabbed 5 syringes and threw them at Randall, causing him to fall. At that moment, their infected friends started returning to normal, as 5 hours had passed since they were injected. But Randall was the only one still transformed because of the large dose he had taken. Everyone ganged up on Randall and tore him apart in anger. Afterward, Eva grabbed a sword and marked it with a blow, ensuring they would all lose consciousness. By the next day, everything returned to normal. However, they decided to report Randall, the driver, and Hand to the police for causing this disaster. They boarded the bus to leave. Eva's mother told her, "We needed an event like this to strengthen our bond and stop bullying each other." Suddenly, the supervisor woke up and scared them again. And that's where the story ends. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. I'll see you in the next